Oh, okay. Hello and welcome everybody. There's a saying in French, pour finir en beauté, like to end in glory. So before I start with what is our topic, in Lewis Carroll's classic tale, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, Alice ventures down the rabbit hole into a whimsical and bewildering world. So similarly in our exploration of honor killing and honor-based violence, we are metaphorically plunging down the honor hole. And just as Alice encountered unexpected challenges and encountered bizarre characters in Wonderland, we will uncover the layers of cultural, social, and psychological factors that contribute to honor killing. Our journey down the honor hole invites us to confront uncomfortable truths, challenge societal norms, and advocate for change in our understanding and response to this pressing issue. My name is Marwa. I'm a BSN4 from Algeria.
I'm Helan Ahmed. I'm studying psychology with concentration in gender studies and public health.
From Kurdistan.
Yes.
Okay, so basically we're going to go through basic definitions. What is the honor-based violence? What is honor killing? Its historical roots. Honor killing in the MENA region with focus to Algeria and Iraq, since we're from these countries. What are the legal aspects, psychological and social impact? And most importantly, our intervention, which is out of the honor hole. So honor-based violence is defined as any form of violence or abuse that is conducted to protect the honor of a family or a community. Victims of honor crimes are mostly women, females, but males also can be victims. However, it is way much less common. We have different forms of honor-based violence. It could be domestic abuse, sexual harassment, physical assault, forced abortion, threats of killing, so on and so forth. However, the most extreme form of honor-based violence is honor killing, and this is what we're going to be focusing on right now. So honor killing is the murder of a girl or a woman by her family members, such as her father, her brother, her uncles, and sometimes even the community members because of her disapproved sexual behavior. Now, what counts as disapproved sexual behavior differs from a specific to communities and sometimes even family. It includes not only sex outside marriage, but also flirting, refusing arranged marriage, sex before marriage, and even being raped. A woman's perceived or actual transgression of family, community, or religious sexual tradition is seen as disrespecting or dishonoring and bringing shame to these traditions and basically bringing dishonor to the family and the community. Okay, so we're hearing a lot of honor crime, honor-based. So what is the role of honor in these honor crimes? So basically, we did our research since I'm from a Mediterranean country and Helan is from South Asia, Middle Eastern countries. So in Mediterranean and Middle Eastern cultures, we found out that honor serves as the public recognition of a moral worth, social status, someone's prestige, that requires validation from the community in order for social inclusion. So basically, if you have honor, if you're abiding by these moral codes, you are included within the community. Dishonorable actions, such as, for example, you make a promise to someone from the community and you ended up breaking it off, it's viewed as violation of shared cultural values, resulting in shame and social exclusion. So within this framework, women's sexuality is tightly controlled, so by default, controlled by male family members to safeguard family honor, with adherence to chastity, modesty, self-restraint. They're deemed very essential for preserving reputation. Any deviation from these norms are perceived as bringing shame upon the family. Moreover, women's behavior significantly impacts family's honor, and with violation of sexual norms, reflecting poorly on men's social standing. So basically, just in very, very simple terms, a family's honor, a family's reputation is very interconnected with a woman's, purity or woman's virginity in a very simplistic term. Any violation that this woman can make with regards to her virginity is regarded as something very shameful upon the family. So she, in a way, ruined the family's honor. This leads to the man losing his social standing within the community. And if he doesn't restore it by a mean or two, he will be excluded from the community. And that's where honor crimes come. So honor killings are considered as acts to restore honor and community cohesion, because it's seen as not so very individualistic community. Okay? So it reinforces the importance of upholding these norms, and failing to carry out these acts can result in social punishment. So in a way, these dynamics illustrate the gender nature of honor, because growing up, I've always heard that men have honor and women bring shame. So despite women's agency in governing their own behaviors, their sexuality still remains a focal point of control within these honor-based communities. And it's epitomized by the phenomenon of honor killing. So again, let's say she brought shame to the family and the man's lost his social standing and he needs to restore his honor. So how does he restore his honor?
Thank you, Marwa. Now we go to the means of execution. So basically, as we delve into this dark reality, we face a spectrum of violence that range from stoning to shooting, from burning to beheading. These brutalities are not spontaneous bursts. They are pretty much premeditated and intended to be lethal. Also, in many cases, the use of weapons are excessive, such as like they use multiple gunshots or like wounds or stabbing, like which reflects overkilling on the part of the perpetrator. Okay. Esteemed colleagues and guests, as we peer into the shadow corridors of history, we confront the disturbing legacy of honor killing, a practice that is ancient, transcending both time and geography. I invite you to a journey with me throughout this history. There is a common misconception that this form of violence is solely endemic to the Middle East, North Africa, and Southeast Asia. However, it's important to know that the historical record tells us a different story, only that crosses continents. Honor killing is everywhere. There are two legal codes that we need to talk about, which are the Code of Hammurabi that dates back to 1780s BC in ancient Mesopotamia. It stands out as one of the oldest written legal codes known to us in our region. It held that human accused of adultery should throw herself into the river no matter how much or how little evidence there was against her. Another code that we need to focus on is the French Code of Napoleonic in early 80s. It's a legal framework that profoundly influenced the judicial system we have of many nations, and most of the codes about honor killing is derived from this code and still is prevalent in many countries. We use this code. As I said before, honor killing is around the world, a practice around the world, and it's not specific to our region. However, we can see that we need to talk about how it happens in our region because it can get underreported because many families or people are scared to talk about it because, again, it would bring shame to the family. The global statistics tell us that there are 5,000 women killed yearly around the world due to honor-related violence, and majority of these are in Middle East and Asia. However, researchers say that this estimate is not very clear and does not mirror the reality, which is expected like 20,000 of women die each year because of honor killing. Now, as me, I'm from Kurdistan, Iraq, and Marwa is from Algeria. We would like to focus on our regions and see the prevalence of honor killing in our region and the legal aspects of it.
So basically, we're not going to get into details about statistics and how is it being done and everything, because it's very similar in a lot of countries. And statistics are never reliable because a lot of cases go unreported. Now, as an Algerian woman, I've been really troubled by this issue, especially recently. So during the month of Ramadan, like not two months ago, nearly like we were hearing news about a woman, at least one woman getting killed every day. And that's not even the actual number. A lot of cases go underreported, and the actual numbers can be very, very high. And this violence that stems from harmful beliefs about women, and it felt like it needs to be changed and it needs to be addressed, because when they were asking them why did you kill your daughter, she went to pray in Ramadan. She usually goes for 45 minutes, but this time she went for an hour, and she definitely met the guy. So I have to restore my own honor by my own hands. I'm gonna kill her. And it's just the same speech again and again and again and again, restoring my honor, restoring my honor. And at this point, I personally had enough. Why is your honor related to a woman's virginity, to women's actions? You know, I reached to a point where you just have to say, leave women alone for the love of God.
I come from the heart of Kurdistan, Iraq, Suleymaniya. Just a week ago, a case of honor killing happened because a girl got raped. Sorry, I have to say trigger warning to anyone who might find this sensitive, feel free to leave. So a girl got raped in November. After getting raped, she got thrown out of an apartment because she refused to get raped by another man at the same room. A week ago, her father killed her in the most brutal way by 7 gunshots in her own home, in her own room. Without her mother knowing, she got killed. And I feel like a part of me got killed because I do spend time with my friends. I do go out with my friends, and which means I can be, like, it can happen to me as well. It can happen to all of us. Especially coming from a collectivistic culture, I cannot think of this as an individual person. I think of it in a collective way. Killing a girl is killing me as well. Our laws are not very good in this regard. As I said earlier, it's based on the Hammurabi Code. It's based on the French Code. And Marwa will dig deep into the laws and the legal aspect.
So basically, in both Algeria and Iraq, despite having very different legal systems, despite having very different cultures, they do share, however, the same legal system concerning honor killing. And often the perpetrators, they might falsely claim that the victim was involved in a relationship outside of marriage to mitigate their punishment. So basically, the law says that if a woman is caught by her family members in an act of, dishonoring act, for example, sex outside of marriage or something, if he ends up killing her, he either gets his sentence reduced or he doesn't get any sentence in the name of honor. So a lot of people, since the Hammurabi Code, since the Napoleonic Code, until now, 2024, we're still using the same legal system, the same law. And a lot of people are finding loopholes. So I can just say that I found her doing that, and I have the right to actually kill her in the name of honor. And a lot of people were actually getting away with their sentences because of this. Okay.
Okay, now I want to talk about the root causes of honor killing in Algeria and Iraq, but also around the world. Honor killings stem from a complex web of sociocultural norms that is deeply rooted in the societies that are honor-based and family-centered. Patriarchal structures play a role. They dictate strict gender roles for women within a family's honor. And as Marwa said, girls' honor code is that they have to keep the honor of the male, and the honor of the male is basically the purity and virginity of them. So understanding and addressing honor killings requires us to challenge the long-standing beliefs, the patriarchal structure, the way we see honor, and also we have to realize that there is value in individual life over perceived communal honor. Okay. So coming to the psychological impact of honor killing, they have severe effect on mental health and well-being, not just of the individuals who are victims, but also on the community, of the society, of the family. This include trauma, severe trauma, PTSD. It includes depression, anxiety, and also for the community, hyperarousal and hypervigilance in women within these communities. They can create an environment of learned helplessness throughout the women because they witness like severe repercussion for anyone who gets out of the norm. So it's not about individual trauma, it's about collective trauma. And it makes girls to feel like they're not good enough and their self-efficacy is dependent on how the society sees them and men sees them. So we did a lot of research to come up with an intervention, especially that this is like it has roots in history, and as two students, it's very hard to just come up with something like that solves this without doing prior research. After reading like 50 scholarly articles and studies around the world, we came up with intervention that has two edges. One of them is like our initial phase, which is basically we provide immediate protection and crisis response. And we have a sustained phase for long term, which is we try to shift the culture that we're in, which takes more effort. In our first phase, we have 24-hour crisis hotline for women or anyone that suspects they're gonna be violated. And we have a mobile clinic, and this mobile clinics go to the underprivileged backgrounds that has basically honor killing and the places that are far from hospitals. Our mobile clinic provides basic health assessment with a psychological first aid. And we had a coordination center for with a civil development organization in Suleymania, which is the place we're doing our intervention. In this coordination center, we do research. The data we get from our mobile clinic and everywhere is supported there, and we work with them. For long term, we realized that we need to increase community ownership and support networks throughout the, for example, village that this crime happens at. Also having support networks within the government by getting allies and also training and educational campaigns in collaboration with American University in Suleymania, as they're the only place that have a gender studies like faculty. And Marwa will talk about one of our educational campaign that we're working on with them.
So mainly I'm going to speak about the title that we chose for the campaign in collaboration with the American University in Suleymania. The title of the campaign is التأنيث الثائرة. So for someone whose Arabic is very, very not good, this took a lot of effort. But basically what I know from the Arabic grammar and the alphabet is that whenever you want to feminize something in Arabic, you have to add the feminine ta. So ta التأنيث. However, in Arabic, ta التأنيث is always sakina, always not doing anything. لا محل لها من الإعراب, doesn't do anything, very passive. So we're thinking, how about making it rebel? You know, ta التأنيث الثائرة. Let's make it rebel. Let's be active instead of passive. Let's have محل من الإعراب in a way. So it will be, it's basically, we're going to go on pages. We're going to have our own Instagram page, our Facebook page. And this is something very dear, is that on March 8th, which is on Women's International Day, I don't seek flowers. I demand justice. And stop honor killing now. Instead of asking me to come up to marches and giving me flowers, I want to go on marches and speak about my rights. There shouldn't be a law that says if you rape me and get married to me, then that solves the whole problem. If you think I'm gonna get married to my cousin, I don't want to. There's no law. There shouldn't be any law that allows you to kill me. And we wanted to end with, it is better that one person dies than the whole family dies of shame and disgrace. It is like a box of apple. If you have one rotten apple, would you keep it or get rid of it? I just get rid of it. See, we don't want to see this again. We don't want to hear this talk again. And
we're not rotten apples. to start in the first place.
Strawberries. And that's it. Thank you.